5 years ago, we went to an auction. It was 54 properties. We ended up purchasing 21 doors at that auction. One of those doors we coined the Roach House.
We got the property back. Property's really clean, property's bad. Like, it's rough.
One of the worst ones I've ever been in, and I've been in some bad ones.
It stank pretty bad. And I do good with stink. And we're going to have to readdress what we got going on. We can't rent the property back out the way it is. And we did a little evaluation that for a 3-bed, 1-bath house in that area, we could get about $950 a month out of it if we made it nice.
3.2 was $950 a month.
Oh, that's right. 3.2.
I think you're at $900 for a 3.1.
Okay. But we're going to add a bathroom. And here's a kicker that we always run into. $50 a month. Does that pay for the bathroom? Eventually, but it's not a quick return. But to me, you get a return on the tenant that's in the house. You get a better quality tenant, you get a better quality person, and so therefore they hopefully take care of your property and don't leave you with the way that this one was left.
So my take on the property, jumping back to the beginning, we bought 21 doors at one time. That's a lot to take on at once for anybody, even though we do have a small team of in-house guys that flip our properties with us. 21 doors, we had to prioritize which ones need what and when. So this particular house had a tenant in it. I don't even know if I would say she was happy where she was, but she was content. She
didn't ask us for anything.
She didn't ask us for anything. The one time that I looked at the property, I walked in the front door. Her chair was right there by the front door. She was smoking a cigarette. The place is brown from nicotine, and she had her oxygen tank sitting beside her. She was content. I mean, she obviously was not going to, she didn't want to change the way she was living, and we had 20 other doors to work on. So we let that one sit the way it was, and it sat there for 5 years, and she rented for 5 years. Property's vacant now.
And she was a great tenant for 5 years. 0 problems. We were great to have her, and hopefully she was grateful to have us, and that was a good relationship. So now it's time to move on. And now, how do we move on? What are our steps? What are our opportunities? Right now, it's a 3-1. Upstairs is, actually, there's no door to upstairs. It's just a staircase up, and you open up into, basically, the attic was closed in of the home. And we've got a 7-foot, I'm hoping, ceiling height, so it appraises well.
It's a good space, though.
It's big space.
It's a really good space.
And so
a window on both sides. It's got natural light up there. It's a lot nicer than many other attic bedrooms I've seen.
I would say it's probably 300 square feet. It is big. So I want to turn that into, so right now we have a 3-1. If we go to rehab it and bring it up to par, what's our rent? You say 900?
For a 3-1, 900.
And you walk out the front door and you turn right and you see the hospital.
Okay.
So we're in a good area. It's in a lot of gentrification.
I don't know of any city that I've ever been to that being by the hospital is considered a good area. That's your textbook inner city.
It does have a lot happening and a lot of growth happening, a lot of rehabbed properties, a lot of brand new properties are being built.
And we're rehabbing a lot over there in that area.
That's right. I guess we're working on 2, 3.
3.
We have a triplex that's getting completely remodeled. We're adding on a duplex. And then we're completely remodeling a house.
And we just finished a house over there.
So, several.
We're buying a duplex over there.
That's right.
We have a lot going on over there.
So it's very important to us. It will add quality to our other properties if we bring another quality property in. So we're going to take and rehab it. So we're looking at $900 a month, or we can go to a 3-2 and add a bathroom. But adding a bathroom is minimum $5,000. I don't think that you can't even do it for $5,000. Minimum
if it's a half
$7,500.
bath, just a toilet and a sink, that would bring value as well.
But all you have downstairs is a 36-inch walk-in shower.
Yeah.
I would like to put a bathtub up there. I know it's not the proper place, but downstairs you don't have the room. Yeah. But at least if you bring in a family and they got a baby, they've got a place to bathe the bathtub.
And the front bedroom not having a closet, that stinks.
It does, but according to an appraiser, you don't have to have a closet for it to be considered a bedroom. And does the second?
I didn't go in there.
I don't.
Probably not. So no downstairs.
No downstairs closets. Wow. And if we make, but it's a smaller house, so if we frame in a very small closet or provide an armoire, like a built-in pantry closet, you can buy a pre-manufactured 24-inch pantry cabinet that you can put a closet rod in, hang clothes in. And you can have a bottom where you can throw your socks and whatnot.
Okay.
So it's simple, stick it in there, a few $100, and you have a closet, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. So there's an option. And if we do add a closet, and it makes those bedrooms a little bit smaller, the one bedroom you didn't go into, it is a good size for the size of the house.
It's bigger than the other one?
Slightly.
Okay.
Very slightly.
And it doesn't have the bump out taken up by the shower?
That's right.
Okay.
So we have bedroom, the smallest, and then the next biggest, and then upstairs.
Okay.
So to me, I feel like we got a pretty good layout. Okay. I think it needs a brand new bathroom downstairs, of course. Mm-hmm. It's got some settling that we need to address. Nothing major, but we're going to look at the kitchen. The kitchen is up in the air at the moment. If we bring the house to a 10 out of 10, the kitchen needs to follow. But if the house comes to a 7 out of 10, the kitchen could be dressed up as long as we find all the parts. There's some missing doors, but when you see the other video, there's a lot of debris laying around. I'm pretty sure the doors and drawers are inside that debris.
You know, one thing people hate that we really can't remedy unless we add on to the back is the washer and dryer being right there in the kitchen.
That's right. That
really hurts properties.
We could turn it into a 2-2. Make a really nice walk-in closet for the downstairs bedroom and make a washer and dryer room.
The closet would be outside of the bedroom.
That'd be inside. We would turn the smallest bedroom into a closet, washer, dryer room.
Mm-hmm. But it would not connect to the other bedroom.
It would, because we're going to redo the bathroom, so we could connect. We could pull the bathroom forward and have a little hallway going behind it. Options, this is the part about real estate that I love. There's no right, there's no wrong. You have to look at where you're doing, the location. You have to look at the tenant pool that you have. Are you in an area that needs 4 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 bed? What's your need? And what are you seeing the biggest need in the market right now?
It's tough. Nothing's written. We're at such a stagnant point. The most stagnant point I've seen in my 13 years of being a landlord. So it's very difficult to say.
Okay. So I just think that adding that value or taking away a bedroom hurts us, because we're going to go from as nice of a 2-bedroom as you can get in that area, you're still not going to get $950 a month. You think so?
I think you can.
Okay.
I see other people get that. I'll put it that way.
So I'm not against it. I wonder what that appraised value. I'd have to look and see what it almost. You get a little bump for an extra bedroom, but a lot of times it goes off square footage.
Right.
And if we're doing the option 3 that we haven't talked about yet, but adding the duplex on in the back, 2-bedroom will work a little better because we don't have to worry about. I try to plan for 1 more car than we have bedrooms. So if we have a 3-bedroom, I like to at least be able to park 4 cars. I don't always get that, but that's what I look at. And so 3 cars will be easier to park there than it will be to have 4. One thing that we didn't do along the way is we never really added any value to the home. The way we bought it, other than maintenance and maintaining it, is all we did. And they have to call in and request maintenance. We don't go, some landlords go and do an inspection. We respect their privacy.
And some people give me down the road for not doing mandatory inspections twice a year. I just know if I was in the home, if I was the tenant, I wouldn't want people demanding they barge, my landlord demanding to come in twice a year and scrutinizing every room in my house. To me, that's uncomfortable. We choose not to do it that way. If we have a reason to go in there, we do. If we come in to unstop, a sink or a toilet, we take that as the opportunity to look around and, make a little assessment. But as far as just mandatory twice a year, we're coming in to see how you're living, we just don't do that.
Here's the reason why we don't. Has one time that we did an inspection or had a maintenance guy call us and tell us how bad a unit is, that it made us want to evict the person? Yvonne?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Oh, I don't guess.
No, we never have. And so...
It just makes me mad.
Yeah, correct. The way we look at it is they've done trash the house. So the value that we have lost, we've already lost it. So if we go to evict them, it's going to cost us $400 some odd to evict. It's going to cost us lost rents, 2 or 3 months, and they're not going to pay rent while we're evicting them. You know, it'd be silly to. So there's 4 to 6 weeks of lost rent. There is lost rent afterwards to fix what they tore up. Once they've done damage to the property, it's over. Now it would be nice to see day one and say, hey, you need to clean up your place. That's how they choose to live.
And that's happened a couple times. I can think of recently that happened. A window broke and we were over there to fix a window, and it was really, really rough in there. She hadn't been there by a couple months. So I did reach out, told her she had to get it cleaned up, fixed up. She couldn't, it was a fire hazard. I mean, there was stuff, the top of the stove was just piled up with paper and boxes and bags, and it was scary to see that as a property owner. And so I did make her clean that up, and it didn't really work out because we went back to check it. She sent me pictures, she cleaned up, sent me pictures, everything looked good. The very next time we were in there for another maintenance call, it was the same thing again. I got on to her again. She cleaned up, sent me pictures, then she moved out. She broke her lease and moved out.
One little weird story to that is the second maintenance call was the exact same as the first maintenance call. The window just fell out of the living room. And so she called us, and our maintenance tech called us and was like, this window's been broke out. Like, it broke the latches. So, you know, the first time something happens, sometimes it just kind of slips through the cracks and we're like, we don't understand what happened here. All of a sudden, the latches got broke on the other window. That's why we were in there a second time. It had nothing to do with our windows. It had something to do with somebody coming through the window. Mm-hmm. And so you just see these red flags. I'm glad she left because she was probably going to be asked to leave. You got to take care of your property. If it's a duplex, you can't let a fire hazard happen. Way more, I guess it's just as important as a single family.
But it affects your neighbor and your duplex as well.
So, that's a big red flag to us. Back to the other house. We kind of got sidetracked. So, I know you said in the other video, we're not tearing it down. We're tearing down enough right now, and that's a big enough cost. This one's got some life left.
I mean, you're tearing down at 420 East 23rd Street.
It's in better shape than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why am I tearing it down?
You like the lot.
You're
going to build something bigger on the lot.
I'm going to build a fourplex on one lot, and one house has to be sacrificed. And we didn't buy that house at this auction. It was an auction before that. So we have had this house about 7 years, similar situation. The life was lived out of the house. It needed a full remodel. And when we got to it, it's just like the lot is so huge and it's zoned properly for a fourplex. It was easy decision in my mind. We're going to sacrifice $20,000 or $30,000, but it'll be for the good. So what do you think about adding a duplex to this house in this area? Right next door is a triplex. So you have a triplex right next door. You have a triplex somewhat catty corner, ours. You have a duplex catty corner.
Here's the thing with multifamily and with just being a landlord in general. You have to be willing to accept a certain pool of people in a property that is not your premier property. So what I'm getting at is if I have a duplex over there, the person that is going to be willing to move into that duplex might not be the same type of person that would be willing to live there in a single family home. People that live in multifamilies are generally there for a year. They don't stay. People that go into single family homes typically stay longer. There's also a value in just keeping a tenant past the 1 year mark. It's very costly to even if the unit is only empty for 2 weeks, which hasn't happened in a long time, but used to happen, you're still losing. I have a really hard time signing off on making that particular house a duplex.
Well, look at the numbers.
It has a fenced-in backyard. People love that. That's so valuable. I feel like I would get maybe not any more money, but my pool of potential tenants to choose from will be larger with that fenced-in backyard.
And we're a big pet-friendly landlord.
Sure.
So a lot of our tenants know that we're pet friendly, and it'll drive people to us. So that's definitely a plus that I didn't consider. And it's big that if you can just get somebody to stay for 5 years, downtime is the largest cost factor, negative cost factor that we have in our business. More so than you see this house tore up. So whenever they leave the house like this and it takes us months and months to rehab it, we're losing 6 months, $900 a month, $5,100 just because we're rehabbing the property or it's empty.
Bye.
We got a video that's coming out about this house, and it's something to watch. You're going to see Yvonne walk through trash, garbage. I want to say knee deep, and she wasn't real happy about it. So
Yeah, I was miserable.
Did you enjoy making the video of the house?
I was absolutely miserable.
Why?
It was disgusting. I still feel dirty.
If you're in for a good laugh, go watch that video because it's about knee deep in garbage, and I asked her to step over into some really nasty places. And next time, maybe she'll wear her mud boots, even inside the house.